Okay, today I'm going to do my best to record Practice Buddy 8-7 Part B. So let's get started. Question number 1, we have 4 1/3 times 3. It equals something which equals something. The first thing that we have to do is we actually have to work it out. So we're going to have 4 1/3 times 3. We have to estimate it first. So on a number line, 4 1/3, is that going to be closer to 4 or 5? Well, half of 3 is 1.5, but we only have one of them. So we're not halfway, so we are going to round that to 4 wholes. For the second one, it's already at 3. We don't have to round anything. It's just going to be 4 times 3. So the answer to 4 times 3 is 12. So our estimate will be 12. So we're going to pick the estimate of 12. Now we actually have to solve it. In order to multiply fractions, we have to have 2 fractions. So the first one, we have a mixed number here. So we have to take the bottom, the denominator, times the whole number. 4 times 3 is 12. Then we add in our top. 12 plus 1 is 13. So our new top number is 13. Our bottom number is still going to be 3. So right here, you're going to type in 13 because that is our top number. Then we're going to take it times. To turn any whole number into a fraction, we just put it over 1. Why? Because 3 divided by 1 is 3. It just makes it look different, but the answer is the same. So we're going to do 3 divided by 1. Now, finally, before we multiply this, we have to cross-simplify to see if we can simplify it. So I'm going to look at crisscross. I'll get a different color here so you can see what I'm looking at. I'm going to look at the 13 and the 1. Well, 1 is already simplified. It's 1, so we can't do anything there. So let's look at the other way. We have 3 and 3. Well, 3 goes into both of those. So if we divide both of these by 3, 3 divided by 3 is 1, 3 divided by 3 is 1. Now we're ready to multiply. We do the top times the top, the bottom times the bottom. 13 times 1 is 13. 1 times 1 is 1. So our answer is 13 divided by 1, which is 13 wholes. So right here, we're going to type in 13. Then we're going to move on to question number 2. And I'm going to erase all this. I'm still learning the best way to do this. All right, again, we're going to have to estimate this. So we have our original problem, 3 1/5 times 3 1/2. We're estimating 3 1/5 on a number line. We have to look at the 5. What is half of 5? Well, half of 5 is 2 1/2. We only have 1, so we don't have half. So when we round this, it's going to stay at 3. Then we're going to multiply it times 3 1/2. Well, when we round that, a half is a half. We're halfway there. So we're going to round the 3 up to 4. So 3 times 4 equals 12. That is our estimate, so we would pick 12 for our estimate. Now we actually have to solve this. Again, we have 2 mixed numbers. So we take the bottom times the whole number. 5 times 3 is 15. Then we add in the top. 15 plus 1 is 16. That's our new top number. Our bottom number remains 5. And we put the times sign in. Again, we take the bottom number times the whole number. 3 times 2 is 6. Then we add in the top. 6 plus 1 is 7 over 2. We crisscross to see if we can simplify or go diagonal. We're looking at the 5 and the 7. We can't count by anything except 1 to get the 5 and 7, so nothing will work. The 2 and the 16. Well, we can count by 2s and hit both of them. So we're going to divide them both by 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So now we're going to do the top times the top, bottom times the bottom. 8 times 7 is 56. The bottom, 5 times 1 is 5. We have an improper fraction. It is top heavy. So we're going to take our 56 and divide it by 5. 5 will go into 5 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. We subtract, we're left with 0. Bring down our 6. 5 will go into 6 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. Subtract, we're left with 1. Our remainder, we draw our fraction line. The 1 goes up top. On the bottom, it's what we divided by, or our original denominator, which is 5. So our answer is 11 1/5. Over here, our original, I forgot to put this in earlier, was 16 over 5, and we took it times 7 over 2. Move on to question 3. Oh, maybe. Question 3, same thing. I'm going to move a little bit faster. Estimate 9.5. Well, 9.5 is already there, so that is going to round up to 10. Estimate 3/4. Half of 4 is 2. We have 3 pieces, so we're going to round up to 1. 10 times 1 is 10. So now we're going to do 9.5 times 3/4. Turn the mixed number. 9 times 2 equals 18, plus 1 is 19, over our original of 2, times, well, 3/4 is already a fraction, just bring it down. 19 and 4, we can't simplify. 3 and 2, we can't simplify. So this one we just have to start multiplying. 19 times 3. 9 times 3 is 27. You group your 2. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. So we're going to have 57 on top. Bottom times bottom, 2 times 4 is 8. So we have 57 over 8. That is improper. To fix it, we have to do 57 divided by 8. How many times will 8 go into 57? The answer is 7. 7 times 8 is 56. We're left with 1. That 1 goes on top over our 8. So our answer is 7 1/8. Next question. Oh, I did it again. Four and 1/6 times 8. Estimate. Well, we have 1/6. Half of it would be 3/6, so we keep it at 4. Times 8. 8 times 4 is 32. That's our estimate. 4 and 1/6 times 8. We need 2 fractions. Bottom times the whole. 6 times 4 is 24. Plus 1 is 25 over our original 6 times. Again, any whole number. We just put the whole number over 1. Because 8 divided by 1 is 8. Cross simplify. 1 and 25, we can't do anything. We're already at 1. But 6 and 8 we can. We can divide them both by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Multiply. Top times top. 25 times 4. That would be 4/4. Which equals 100. 3 times 1 is 3. We have an improper fraction, so we are going to do 100 divided by 3. Will 3 fit into 1? No. 3 fit into 10? Yes. 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. We subtract. 10 minus 9 is 1. Bring down our 0. How many times will 3 go into 10? 3 again. 3 times 3 is 9. Subtract. We're left with 1. That 1 is our top number. Our bottom number is still 3. So our answer here is 33 1/3.